Hello, my name is William Wilkins, and I'd like to talk to you about the presidential election for this year, the year 2008. We have two candidates. One is Barack Obama, the other one is John McCain. Barack Obama, the Democrat, John McCain, the Republican. I'm neither Republican nor Democrat. I'm a very independent person. I've voted for both Democrats and Republicans at the local, state, and federal level. And I'm not going to say that I don't lean more to the left. I was never for the war. I thought it was a bad idea. But I understand now that we are there. We've got 4,134 dead. And I know they died for a lie, because George W. Bush is probably the most creepiest, most disturbing person and human being since Hitler. And him and Dick Cheney have totally bankrupted and destroyed this country. Saying that, the Democrats are the most spineless, weak, pathetic, neutered, ridiculously soft party I've ever seen. And I absolutely have no respect for them whatsoever. None. Zero. Zilch. So when I see strength, when I see power, when I see a capable person, I don't care if they have an R or a D behind their name. If they're the right person for the job, that's who I'm going to vote for. And evidently, you can see I'm black. Right here. Black, black, black. And I grew up in the projects, Youngstown, Ohio. If you've heard of it, then you understand where I'm coming from. I grew up poor, single-parent household. Dad was kind of an alcoholic, good guy, but just didn't know how to put the bottle down. Love you. I love my pops to death, but you just, you know, it hindered him. My mother worked hard. She had me and my brother to handle by herself. And I got more love for that woman than I have for anything else in this universe. I'm a God-fearing man. I may not be a church-going guy, but I definitely am a spiritual person. So that's just a little bit about me and where my beliefs and where I come from. But the main topic at hand right now is this thing that, you know, because my skin is black and I grew up poor, that I have to vote for Barack Obama. And the reason why I'm not voting for Barack Obama is because Barack Obama is not qualified to be president. You can say hope and change until the cows come home, but I can't eat hope and change is not going to make a job for me. Platitudes and slogans may work for those who don't know politics, who don't know the way the world works, who have not struggled, who have not had to strive and fight and scrap for everything they have. It doesn't work on me. His message to me is for those people out there who are so angry at Bush. They just want something, somebody to say something positive to make them feel better so that they can move on from this anger that they have from the failed war in Iraq. Well, not pretty much anymore, because the surge is working, and the economy the way it is. You can't really blame that on Republicans. You can't really blame that on Democrats. You have to blame that on both. Bush only did what the American people allowed him to do. You allowed Bush to do it because you were so scared, you security moms. You were so scared that some dude named Abdul Habib Muhammad was going to come down your street in Podunk, West Virginia, and they're going to put all their resources into blowing up your general store. Bush made you feel that way, and while he was making you feel scared, he was reaching in your back pocket, stealing all your money, giving it to Halliburton and Kellogg Brown. So don't be mad at John McCain for something that the American people did to themselves. Now you're about to do it again. You elected a man who had a C- D average when he went to Harvard. You elected a man who failed every business he ever created, who traded some super baseball player when he was the Texas Rangers general manager. I mean, this guy took cocaine, he was a drunk, and you guys elected him to the president twice. Now you're in a situation again where the most experienced man is up for election, and because he has an R behind his name, you're going to try to connect him to George W. Bush when him and George W. Bush hate each other. George W. Bush said that this man had a black baby in order to beat him in South Carolina in the 2000 election. Believe me, there's no love between John McCain and George W. Bush. They hate each other. This is a guy who had exchanged curse words on the floor of the Senate with Dick Cheney. They don't like each other. So it won't be Mick Sane, Mick Bush, and all that BS. So again, the American people are going to elect a novice, somebody who has no experience at being a U.S. senator, and let alone the president during a time of war and economic strife. What is wrong with the American people? What is wrong with you? I don't get it. I mean, I would love to see a black president. But this ain't the guy. This ain't the guy. I'm sorry. He's not. This is a guy who puts in his campaign ad as one of his crowning achievements. He was a community organizer. I'm a community organizer. I've done community organizing ever since I was in college. Does that make me qualified to be president? No. He was a guest lecturer at Harvard. Does that make him qualified to be president? No. He spent less than 3 years in the Senate. No, that does not make you qualified to be president. He does not have the experience to deal with the quantity of problems, the size of the problems that we have today. Wake up. Hope and change, those are platitudes and slogans. Bush had the same thing. Remember this? Steady leadership in a time of change. And you people fell for it and elected him again. Wake up. Obama is, if anybody is going to be the same as Bush, it's just going to be Obama. He's going to do everything he can to please everybody. He's like a friend of mine. He can't take a stand on anything. All he does is, well, I agree with you and I agree with you. A woman said it best on Washington Journal. She said, you know, sometimes when a black person gets elected and it's pretty much an all-white office, nothing really gets done when they become a manager because they're so into trying to please everyone that nothing gets accomplished because they're trying to make everybody happy. John McCain may not be the greatest or the youngest, but he's the most experienced. And yes, he will change the country for the better. I guarantee you. And I know every black person who might be seeing this on YouTube or whoever I send it to might think I'm a buster and a sellout. Well, you know what? F you. You can kiss my ass. I'm saying what's right for the best of this country. I'm saying what's best for the right of black people. We only gonna get one shot at this, black folks. And Obama's gonna screw it up. I guarantee you. You can hope that he won't, and you can think that change is gonna be coming, but it's not gonna come. I'm telling you now, it's over. Yes, Obama will be president, and he will be a one-term president because the American people will see that they have buyer's remorse because this guy's going to get elected when he's going to be so inexperienced and so incapable of handling the sheer gravity of the situation that he's going to try to please and do everything that all his advisors tell him to do instead of being a leader. And he's going to get crushed under the weight of the problems of the world. And he's going to fail. I'm sorry. I hate to break it to you, but that is the way it is. So there you have it. You have McCain. Yeah, he's a Republican. You have Obama. He looks good. He sounds good. He says all the right things. But ladies, let me ask you something. What happened the last time you met a man who said all the right things, wore the right clothes, took you to all the nice places? You ended up 100 pounds heavier with 2 kids living in the projects because the punk left you for some girl with bigger breasts, nicer booty, and 5 years younger than you.